You ever find yourself in a situation where you think, this can't be happening to me? Well, let me take you back a few years to one of those moments. A night that still gives me chills. It was a crisp October evening, the kind where the air is thick with anticipation and the leaves crunch underfoot like the whispers of the past. I had just moved into a quaint little house on the outskirts of town, a place that had character, or so I thought. The real estate agent had assured me it was a steal, but I should have known better when the price seemed too good to be true. The first few nights were uneventful. I unpacked boxes, set up my cozy living room, and even lit some candles to ward off the chill. But then, on the fifth night, things took a turn. I was lying in bed, scrolling through my phone when I heard it. A soft thud from the attic. I brushed it off as the house settling. You know how old houses can be, right? They creak and groan as if they have their own stories to tell. But that thud happened again, and then another, like footsteps pacing above me. My heart raced, but I convinced myself it was just my imagination. I mean, who wouldn't get spooked in a new place? So I turned off my phone, pulled the blankets up to my chin, and tried to sleep. But sleep wouldn't come. Instead, I lay there, staring at the ceiling, listening to the silence of the night and the occasional rustle of leaves outside. The next day, I decided to investigate. I climbed up to the attic, armed with nothing but a flashlight and a healthy dose of skepticism. The attic was a dusty, dimly lit space filled with old trunks and forgotten memories. I shone my light around, half expecting to find a raccoon or maybe a family of squirrels. But instead, I found an old rocking chair creaking gently as if someone had just gotten up from it. I laughed nervously, thinking maybe the previous owners had left it behind as a joke. That night, the thuds returned, but this time they were louder, more insistent. I sat up in bed, my heart pounding in my chest. I considered calling a friend, but what would I say? Hey, can you come over? I think my house is haunted. I was a grown adult, not some kid with a flashlight under the covers. I took a deep breath, steeling myself to confront whatever was up there. As I crept up the stairs, the air grew colder, almost electric. I reached the attic door and hesitated. What if it was just my mind playing tricks on me? But curiosity got the better of me, and I opened the door. The moment I did, the rocking chair was still, but the atmosphere felt charged, like static before a storm. I shone my flashlight around, and that's when I saw it. A dusty old mirror leaning against the wall, reflecting the dim light. I approached it, feeling an odd pull. As I looked into the mirror, I didn't see my reflection. Instead, I saw a shadowy figure standing behind me, just out of sight. Panic surged through me, and I spun around, but there was nothing there. Just the empty attic and the old rocking chair. I bolted down the stairs, heart racing, and didn't stop until I was safely locked in my bedroom. For weeks after that, I barely slept, too terrified to go back up there. I eventually called in a professional to cleanse the space, but deep down, I knew that whatever lingered in that attic was not just a figment of my imagination. I still think about that night, about the shadow that wasn't there but felt so real. Sometimes I wonder if it's still up there, waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to move in. So, if you ever hear a thud in the night, just remember sometimes the past doesn't want to be forgotten.